Your photos could be better? Let me explain. I see photographers ask the same questions in all the groups all the time. It's either, how can I make my image better? How much should I charge for this shoot? Can you give an example of how it could be better? Or something like, how should you edit this? These are the things that I see in all the groups, so I've made a program to help you with that. First, I'm going to go over my own images with a random select generator that I made myself, and then I'm going to go over all the things that could have been done inside the program that I've showed you about. Off to the random number generator. This is my random niche picker. I have done over 1 million photos and delivered hundreds of thousands of photos to different people and things. So this is going to pick out a niche that I have done and the number that corresponds with it. Event number 5. So what that means is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go to my events folder. Sometimes this could be different. And then I'm going to select the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In some cases, it's going to be something that's private and I'm not going to show it. Then we'll go to something else, but you won't notice any of that. It's going to be in the cuts. From there, I'm going to go to my final delivered photos, even if they're really old or really new. That's kind of the point of this. And I'm going to pick out one of my favorite photos, and then I'm going to critique that photo, and then I'm going to put it in the photographer's blueprint, see what it would say, and then go from there. And so at this event, it was just a basic little setup. I had a step and repeat, which is just a carpet with a background, lighting, and you just have people step, take pictures, move to the next person. They could always come back to it or pull me over if you want. I also photographed some decorations and things like that. But today we're going to be going over just maybe 1 or 2 things that I could have done better on maybe some of the best images in this set. And as you can tell, there's a lot of photos from this set. This is just a normal event. I think it was only 1 or 2 hours. And so we just did the best we could. So just to choose something real quick, let's take a look at a paparazzi step and repeat style and kind of see what it would look like. So as you can tell, the lighting is not great. This is an older photo. So let's take a look at some of the lighting and see what we could have done better. I believe I just had an on-camera flash pointing straight up at the roof. The roof was white, so that's why you're getting this kind of gradient that's coming down. And then there was a large window, one window, I believe, maybe more, and it was creating this harsh light coming down. And I think there may have been one spotlight somewhere else in the building that was a difficult situation, but that's kind of the thing that was irritating about this shoot. So the skin tone is a little off. She's not looking at me, so clearly she's getting pictures taken by someone else. Context is key. But let's take a look at another one real fast, and then we'll run something through Photographer's Blueprint and see where we go from there. So the step and repeats are just average and normal. And then there's some darker photos because it was a really dark area. And like I said, there was only one window in the entire place. So let's take a look at just some kind of picture we could put into the system and see what we could have done better. For example, let's go with just this one. So we can run this through the system and kind of go from there. The image, it's not great. It's just a snapshot. So many of you may be taking something similar to this. So I'm going to run this through the system and we can see what it would output and let us know what we could do better. This is Photographer's Blueprint, the program that I made just for critiquing photos. Here's some photos that I've already done and ran through the system. I've done hundreds of tests already though, so it is something that I feel passionate about. Let's go ahead and just drag the, so that puts it into the system, press critique. You have to know what kind of shoot it is. So this, let's just say it's, some kind of fashion shoot or event. You can choose amongst all of them. Each one has their own different result. So this is where it's going to give you a score. So composition, color, subject matter, you can read all the rest. And this is where it is going to have the strengths and then the weaknesses. Both subjects look engaging and camera ready. That is true. Good event, step and repeat. Of course, that's what I said. Faces are clearly visible and well exposed. It does look good. There's a little bit of coloring that may be off on things that you may like different than I would do, but you never know. Let's look at the weaknesses. Warm color cast makes the skin tones look slightly yellow. Accurate. Backdrop logos cut off on the edge. We weren't trying to focus on the backdrop logos, so this could be just a step and repeat thing that, once again, in different photos, I took more wide shots, so I did both. That's covered. Framing feels a little tight on the arms and in the lower hands. So I cut off her hand, and that's a very accurate description. So let's take a look at how we could do better. While I'm going to do that, I'm going to let this go ahead and process. This gives the example, costs a little more credits, but it lets you see what you could have done better or different angles or situations that could have popped up. And it'll take into account everything that you've looked at inside of this. This is a solid event portrait with family-friendly expressions and clear sponsorship background for context. For a more polished red carpet style result, step back slightly and crop more deliberately so hands and arms are not awkwardly cut off. And keep in mind, logo placement is cleaner behind the subject. A cooler white balance and a touch more contrast would make the skin tones and black outfits look a little bit more natural and professional. So this is just an unbiased review of what you could do better in this instance. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we could have charged for this if we were just starting out or if we were a veteran, because there is a way you can see how much you should spend. First, let's start off with if we just had the most basic experience, like a year or less, you don't have any social media following, it is an event, and your gear value, you just had some gear laying around, and you're located in Kansas. So the total would be, $470 for the entire event. $300 would be on the low end, or maybe like $150 an hour. Now, this is not a perfect example of what you could charge, but as a photographer that's been in the industry, you need to take everything into account, and this will give you everything into account. So if you were in the industry for 20 years, you had 50,000 people, you were shooting on multiple cameras, so you had $10,000 worth of gear. It's an event and it's also in Kansas. It shows that price would go up a lot. So it does take every little thing into account, plus the score of your photo. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these photos. It's not a perfect representation of people. This is more just an example of what it could actually show you, or an example of what you could have done in place. So just cutting off some of the elbows because I made it square, but it's just kind of showing you this is the image you gave it, and then you could have gotten lower, you could have gotten further back. And let's take a look at, see how it's AI. So if you were to look back at the original photo that I did, look at how near perfect it is, showing, what it would have looked like. It didn't know I had a red carpet down there. It's just assuming. So that's a really good thing. This is if you were to zoom in and cut in on just the portrait. Same thing like I showed earlier, where it would be somebody else shooting and you're from the side. It's a real nice look. And then something a little higher. So if you had a step stool shooting down, a lot of people do like that look. They're used to taking selfies, so they take it from up high. And this is how Photographer's Blueprint works. It gives you just the basics of what you need to know. And if you were to look at my picture versus the actual pictures, I would have loved to get these pictures over what I put out. So it does a couple different things. It gives you looks and things you may not have looked over whenever you were on the shoot that day. And it also gives you a way you could have edited the photo better. So it gives you a lot of different options. And so if I were to do my next event shoot, and if I had this back in the day, I would know and keep these things in mind so I could advance my photography in the future. Now, I know some of you are weary about AI, so we will be adding a critique system where I critique your actual photos. Like I said, I've taken millions of photos, I've delivered hundreds of thousands, I've worked with billion-dollar companies, huge brands, huge bands, and huge media company outlets. So if you have any questions on that, leave it in the comments down below. And also, I would love to edit your photos as well. And so whenever you leave the comment, say, hey, I want you to edit your photo. I would like to have this same type of critique in your system or from you on camera. And so if you grant me permission, I can do that. There are limitations to that, of course. If you have kids or anything like that, I don't want to edit any of those or put them on the internet or through an AI algorithm. And then also, if you would like to get in touch with me about mentor or coaching, please leave that in the comments down below, as I've been in the industry for 25 years and I've done a lot of different things. So if you have any questions, just let me know and keep me in mind. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, which should be in a couple days, where I'm going to put it through the number generator and do another one. And we're just going to keep doing these.